Well, thank you so much for joining us again. It's Tom Warhotch with United Way of Steele County, and I am here with the Executive Director of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Southern Minnesota, Michelle Redman. Michelle, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Michelle, we're hoping that you could share a little bit more information about what Big Brothers and Big Sisters had to do differently during the COVID-19 outbreak.
One of the things we found out from the schools are such a wonderful partner of Big Brothers Big Sisters, and with the distance learning being tough and that type of thing, we were really reaching out like, how else can we help besides having these high school, we didn't want to call them tutors, but helpers with distance learning. I mean, it could be easy as like, how do I sign on to this stuff, that type of thing. But we heard from the schools that the kids were really checked out. There was really some mental health issues, and they were really seeing, one of the social workers told us, I could see the life just draining out of the kids.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's the last thing we ever want to hear. And
Yeah.
like, what can we do about this? What can Big Brothers Big Sisters do to bring a smile onto a child's face? So we came up with Growing Greatness Project, and we asked local greenhouses in our area to donate flowers. And we individually potted 675 flowers in my barn.
Oh my gosh.
All of them, which were donated. And then we
Wow.
hand delivered them to each one of our littles and waiting littles in our program.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
Our volunteers, our bigs helped us, our board members helped us, the staff. We went out and visited every child in our program and brought them a flower. And not only was it a flower, but there were two sayings of affirmation, like, you are great, you're awesome, you can do this. And then there was also a poem that we're in this together, and we're always here for you. So we didn't know what was going to happen from that, but the smiles that we got when we delivered those flowers, and we still get messages and text messages with pictures of the flowers growing. And
oh, wow. Yeah.
So we know such a small gesture really meant a lot to the children and also their parents, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that story. That's incredible. I mean, there's so many different examples of how we've had to get really creative to continue to serve our community. And it sounds like you guys really haven't missed a beat. So that's awesome. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Every day was a learning, we were learning something new, because this is a first for everybody. We've never been through a pandemic like this. And it was crazy, and I really appreciate our volunteers and our bigs and our staff really thinking outside the box and getting through this together.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic. Thank you for sharing.